live from the rented New York City apartment of Tayshaun, as well as the Zoom locations of Ohio, Florida, and North Carolina is the January 2021 Montees.
Yeah.
Do we care about the Ashanti Keyshia versus battle? Are we talking about it at all?
We will add them to the Sorry for the Snub Award.
Okay.
I did care about them, but I want to bring them up. There was an artist who, yes, there is an artist where that versus battle will definitely be brought up.
Talk about Ashanti. I was a little young when Ashanti was like the it girl. So to kind of like watch that versus and be like, oh, I do know this song. I know this song. To learn that her, was it Teen Vogue cover was the highest selling ever for them. I didn't even know. I just feel like she came up on the better side of the versus battle. And I feel like a lot of people really started to like either let people know, I told y'all Ashanti was that girl, or realize she was that girl, because that second half of that versus, she cleared Keyshia out of here. And I love Keyshia Cole. So that's what I wanted to say about Ashanti. And
Kyle, what?
She was nominated, right?
Yeah, she was nominated, but
I'm sorry. I feel like she may have lost the verses, but she wins this in my heart.
okay, I see. Yeah, Keyshia, she definitely did not play all she needed to play. And she had us out there embarrassed on the street.
No, I was so embarrassed. I talked so much shit going into this verses. I was like, Keyshia got this on lock. Y'all know what y'all talking about. And we were watching it live, and I was just quiet like the last like hour and a half. It was bad for me.
Keyshia Cole, girl, she could have contacted one of us to give us that playlist. We could have gave her that playlist. And don't they have playlist consultants and stuff?
I think they do now, especially after the Gucci verses. They were like, yeah, we need to help y'all out.
How was she playing all the features that we don't care for as the general public? Like, I love like Remy and Fat Joe, the song with Remy and not Fat Joe, French Montana. The song with, and like I love like Enough and No Love, but like it was too, it felt like OT Genesis got in her head and was like, you know, you gotta play them, you know, you gotta play them. And she was like,
it was her playing like Love before intermission, and I was just like, okay, so now what do we do? Because now we have like an hour left, and you done played every fucking hit. Like, what's going on?
She could have worked in her deep cuts.
I was just gonna say, as the resident old person on this call who was alive and well for the golden eras of both Keyshia Cole and Ashanti, I did not watch the verses. I was on deadline, but I did read about the verses, and I went through the playlist for what they each played. And Keyshia Cole did not take advantage of her deep cuts, because she would have had it. I mean, maybe not, because I did also read that she like showed up late and the energy was kind of off. But she didn't like. She has so many deep cuts that she should have played. I very much wish that maybe she would have prepared more, because I was rooting for Keyshia like along the way. I knew I couldn't watch, but I was rooting for Keyshia just as somebody. I mean, I wasn't like grown back then, but that was like my adolescence, like my teenage years, and when I thought I was grown. So when I was listening to those songs back then, thinking I was grown, some of those feelings are kind of restored with new outlooks, as you listen to the music now in today's age. And that's why I very much rooted for Keyshia Cole, because her music hit harder for me. It was more, I don't know the words. Keyshia Cole's music, her albums were just great back then. They get more replay value for me now. More so, like I still listen to a lot of the Keyshia Cole songs. I don't listen to many of the Ashanti songs without the video, without like doing silly role plays with my sister. Like, we listen to those songs just to like laugh and giggle and remember. I listen to Keyshia Cole songs to listen to the song. So I was disappointed in her. Like, she could have came out differently.
Yeah, She could have definitely, like Keisha Cole, the fandom of Keisha Cole, we love her because of the deep cuts. Like, yeah, we love the radio singles and stuff. Like they was hot too. Like they was choosing all the right songs, like Heaven Sent, like all of that. But we wanted like how I think Brandy did the best of catering to her core hardcore stands, but also the general public. And Brandy shit is so good. She was able to play stuff like When You Touch Me and have it re-chart on the iTunes chart. It's like Keisha Cole, you have songs like that. Like you have Fallen Out. You gotta get my heart back. She played Brand New. That was amazing. I think people I don't know what Ashanti played that round. Keyshia automatically won. But so it's like you had songs like that, but Ashanti, I feel really bad for doubting a queen. Like she came to play and like Baby was one of the top performing songs after Versus was over with. And it's like I thought Ashanti did a good job of mixing it up and giving everybody their own stuff. And she also was a good MC and DJ during the long delay.
I think her energy all around was just like, and I don't know if it was because of that delay, but Keyshia got there late and acted like she didn't want to be there. So it was already like, okay,
yeah,
can we get this show on the road? But Ashanti, obviously, she had the better playlist going in the meantime, and her vocals were better. Like it was just there was a lot going on Keyshia's side. She would put those cups down. She was rotating alcohol. I was like, girl, please just sing the songs. Like, just do what you need to do so we could get out of here. She kept getting up, and I was just like, you were late. Like, where are you going?
The
she
double
was like, can I need a new mic? I was like,
and like she insisted on singing, which would have loved it if she like found the key once the whole night. Like I was just like doubly embarrassed. I was like, Keyshia, you can sing. Like, why?
I don't know why she was acting up like that. Like she must want a new BET reality TV show because I was just like, wow. Okay, with that
She
being
actually has a new
said,
album coming out soon, not to go forward, but that's the other reason I was confused why like she played this out like this, because she has an album coming out soon.
She didn't even promo. Ashanti played her stuff, and all of a sudden she was
Oh,
like,
wait,
oh, wait, let
maybe-
me play my stuff too. And it's like,
I was very like, I was reading about the verses and I was like, Keyshia, I was rooting for you. I was defending you, and now I still got to defend this because I'm not going back down. Yeah, I still think Keyshia Cole has the better catalog. I just hate the way the verses played out for her.
yeah, it
Ashanti back from that intermission and it was lights out. Like her vocals were on in the second half, her song selection was on, and she played a new single, dropped it, and went top 5 R&B on iTunes that night. I was like, that's what I live for as a consumer, like sharp, like being so on, being present. I live for that. And I'm not even an Ashanti fan, I would say. So she won me completely over. I was so over Keyshia and her bad attitude that night.
she did. I felt like I was relating to Keyshia too much because I was thinking like post-pandemic, like going to events and stuff. Ashanti was stressing me out. She had too much energy. I've been in the house too long. I can't. It was giving like it's, too late in the night for you to be still doing all of this. And it was only like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And I was just like, I am exhausted by your energy. Please tone it down. But like I did appreciate it. And then once Keyshia got there, I was like, see, that's how I feel. That's a visual representation of what's going on in here in comparison. But they did.
Keisha's entrance though, that one, I'm sorry, like she came up in there banging, and I was like, oh, she coming to play. She was like, let's go. I was like, yes, and then it's like you just gave the reputation, you just fit right into respectability politics and R&B music and why things aren't the way they are. And like it's interesting when Swiss Beats and Timberland do their little recaps because they allude to that kind of stuff, they're like, we just have a different audience now where that's basically unacceptable, but characters going to be characters and it's live TV and you can't do anything. And I agree with that. Like I agree with both viewpoints and they see it too. It's like there's a new level of audience. Like this was your moment to really get people to like, you see how Brandy and Monica used it up? And I love the OGs who know what time it is. They're like, this is our moment. I'm about to use every single second of this.
Before we continue, remember to hit the subscribe button below for notifications on new episodes, bonus clips, and individualized categories. And remember to follow @ChartTangent on Twitter.